Yo, what is up, guys? Mike Thomas, aka the Young Churchill here. I am back again, once again, today with Twitch chat, with some long-awaited TCG Dragon Link content. You guys have been asking for it a lot. We've taken a little bit of a departure from the TCG to play more Master Duel, post more Master Duel videos, but don't think that I've abandoned Dragon Link in the TCG just yet, because I have been in the lab cooking for a little while, and I wanted to make sure that I had some stuff that I thought was pretty solid before I shared it with you all. And I think I finally cracked the code a little bit. I found some crazy replays because, as you guys know, in Master Duel, I've been kind of experimenting with like adventure and like the Ringo Worm Apple Dragon stuff for a little while now. And there's been a reason for that. If you haven't noticed, Ib, the World Chalice Justicar, has recently been unbanned in, I believe, both the TCG and the OCG. And this is kind of the card that, if you're familiar with the lore of Dragon Link, is the card that kind of started Dragon Link as a deck. Like when Dragon Link first kind of emerged, it emerged out of Chaos Thunder as a variant that was like playing stuff like Draconet and like Justicar and stuff like that. And it slowly over time built up these like other cards that it had in its repertoire and evolved into its own thing, right? And we've kind of returned to our roots in some ways because they've given us back one of our most powerful cards after taking so much from us. And I think I've finally found a build that actually seems viable, like competitively, because you guys have probably seen a lot of videos like floating around out there where, you know, people are showing off these like wombo YouTube type combos where it's like, oh yeah, if you play, you know, like this Garnet and this Garnet, you can make the Ib Justicar to make a normal Dragon Link board. But I think this is a more viable version of doing that because you don't really have to play cards you don't want to play. And we've already proven that, like, Adventure Apple Dragon, we've proven this many times in Master Duel and in the TCG as well, that these cards are just good in Dragon Link. Like, these are just good Dragon Link cards. So I think I've cooked up something that you guys are going to like. So before we get into the video, I know this was kind of a long intro. I need you guys to go down into the comments, give the like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the thing. Download the Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck Tracker. You guys have heard me talk about it. The link is in the description. I don't want to waste more time talking about this, though. So let's hop into this. And, you know, I've already got the combo loaded up. So let's get down here. And this first one is just going to be a simple 2-card combo with Right plus Apple Dragon. And my goal is that as we move through these combos, they're going to get progressively crazier and progressively like convince you that this stuff is not necessarily bad. So let's start just by going right, you know, get our token and get our Fateful Adventure. And we're going to summon our Ringo Worm out, trigger the right, and grab Draco back. You know, we can now search Water Enchantress and pitch the Draco back, trigger the Draco back, and now summon the Water Enchantress. And you might be wondering, well, why on earth would you search Water Enchantress? Why wouldn't you get Griffin Rider? Well, Water Enchantress is a level 3 monster that doesn't have to summon itself, or like you don't have to use your normal summon. It can summon itself out. So now we have 2 monsters that summon themselves for free, and we get to make our Ib Justicar without using our normal summon at all. And part of the issue that I've had with a lot of these Ib combos is they want you to play stuff like Draconet or other like weird normal summons like Oviraptor and Miscellaneousaurus. And I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. I like being able to normal summon better cards. So I wanted to find a way to do it without using the normal summon, and this looks like the way. And so you can link these 2 off for IP or any generic link too. I just use IP because it's already in our extra deck. And then you trigger the Ib Justicar and summon the World Chalice Guard Dragon. This, if anything, is the only like quote unquote brick that you would have to run, but it's not really a brick because I believe the Ib Justicar can summon from hand. From your deck. No, I'm a liar. Okay, this card's a brick. this card's a brick. So there's 1 brick. So the first thing that you can do with this is you can, so because you've made the Ib Justicar, you summon this out and then you banish the Ringo Worm, you get the token. And right away you can go into the Metal Marcher. I showed this off in a couple other combos like previously on the channel. But I think the Metal Marcher interaction with the Ringo Worm is pretty cool. And because this is level 1, the synergy is there. And it just gives you a free extra body. So you can, so I tried out a few pathings with this, and this is the one that I think that I like the most, just to show you guys like kind of what these 2-card combinations can do. I like going for the triple burst and then into Romulus. And this seems really weird, but just hear me out. You can then go World Legacy Guard Dragon, get back the level 1 guy again, and then go for the Pisty. And then you can use the Pisty effect to get back the triple burst, right? So you're not losing your material. Another cool thing about doing it like this way too is, you know, you haven't normal summoned or anything, but you do get your Dragon Ravine search before using your World Legacy Guard Dragon. So theoretically, if there's anything in your hand, like if any of these 3 cards are like a card that can substitute like part of a combo, like say you have Rocket Tracer or something, right? You can theoretically use this to dump any card in your deck. So anything that you want, you can search this way. Like you can soft search any monster in your deck by just going, you know, Dragon Ravine, pitch something, and like for example, you could dump the black dragon, the black metal dragon, and then summon that back, and then get a red MD, and then get back the triple burst that way. So there's some like really interesting stuff you can do with this, and I just really want to point out that like off of these 2 cards, you're setting up like a Seals plus potentially a Link 3 for free that you can use to make a Borderland, or you can search any card in your deck, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. Like this is a YouTube combo I'm going to show you guys. So like it's, you know, we're YouTube comboing, right? But this is a lot stronger than it seems, like just off of these 2 cards. So here I'm just going to search the Tracer for the sake of the YouTube combo and just show you, you know, it's like we never went through Striker, so we'll get the boot now. And then we'll Striker, pop ourselves, grab the Tracer. And then, you know, boot Sector, effective Tracer, pop the World Legacy. We don't need it anymore. And then you can just throw those into a Borderland or something. But keep in mind, like, if you already had a Tracer in your hand, like, this could have gone way crazier. Like, and it really just depends on, like, what you would have opened. And also, like, I pitched a Ash Blossom earlier in the combo just to, like, show you have the discard. But, like, you had the Water Enchantress, like, you do get a free search, so you could always pitch this too. So just as a reminder. So that's the first combo, and I think that shows off the concept of what this is trying to do. And it's that, like, the synergy is there. You just have to be a little bit flexible with how you use it, because like we're showing you guys YouTube combos. These cards could be anything, right? So this next one I have, let's expand on it a little bit. You guys have seen me playing the Magician Soul stuff before. There's always somebody who comments like, this card is cope. This card is not cope in Dragons. Like, this card has like topped events in Dragon Links before, like plenty of times. Like this card is, it's just hasn't been around for a little while, so it's always funny when we see that. But we are playing the Magician Souls, and it's not just because of the adventure stuff, because some people think it's like, oh, just the adventure stuff. There's actually synergy here, like with the engine itself, because now we can search the Griffin Rider. And instead of getting the Ib Justicar, we can go summon the souls. And this, of course, works for any level 1 monster, like what I'm showing here. But I'm just going to show you guys with Magician Souls, because it is just a level 1 body that summons itself for free. And it lets you draw 2 cards. So, like, we're just here, you know, doing whatever. And I'm going to make Metal Marcher again. And I'm going to summon back the Ringo Word. And this might look pretty familiar, because I think I showed like the same start to a combo for like a Master Duel replay or something a couple days ago, like earlier this week. But here was the real theory. Like that was me kind of messing around with stuff. This is the real theory. The theory is that you go Metal Marcher, bring back, make your Striker Dragon, get your Boot Sector search. So you get 1 dragon, you get your search. But then you use the token, which is optionally a level 2 tuner. So it's either a tuner or not a tuner, whichever you want it to be. And then you make the Ib Justicar. So now we have Ib Justicar plus Striker Dragon with the Wandering Griffin Rider plus token protection right at the start, which is really interesting. So, and then you get to, you know, link off into a generic Link 2. Here I make Dark Charmer because we already play it. We get our Guard Dragon out, and I'm going to make a mistake here in the replay. And I'm making this this mistake to show you not to do this. Don't put the Pisty here, whatever you do. It is force of habit. It is an easy force of habit for a Dragon Link player. Don't put it there. Put it here. And I'll show you why. Because like your zones are blocked. You're not going to be able to move this card. Like, no matter where you, no matter what, if you put it over in the other zone, you're going to mess yourself up. Because we're going to go Guard Dragon next, and we're going to summon out the Guard Dragon. And if the Pisty was in the zone the Guard Dragon is in right now, no matter where you summon this Guard Dragon, it's going to mess up your Pisty placement. So you have to put Pisty in the unusable zone, and then you Guard Dragon, move it over to a usable zone, and open up this zone for you. So that zone placement is extremely important. If you need to like rewind the video a little bit and watch it back, make sure you got it. Just do that, because don't mess that up. You will look really silly. So we're going to then, you know, resolve our Pisty, get back the Ringo Worm. And of course, this is a YouTube combo. So like maybe if your hand's better, then four dead hand traps, you know, maybe you can like weave in a little bit of extra sequencing so that your Pisty can summon something better than Ringo Worm back. But just for the YouTube combo, we're going to do that. And we're going to go for Romulus, and Romulus is going to get us our Dragon Ravine. So just off of these 3 cards, we have 6 cards in hand, plus Griffin Rider Protection, and the link materials required to summon a Borderline Dragon, and a random card that we can pop for Tracer. This is a lot of advantage. Like, this is a lot of advantage, and we haven't used our normal summon yet. So we're going to just go Dragon Ravine here and pitch one of the hand traps, dump Absolrouter, grab the Tracer, and I'm just gonna make the Borderland now. And I'm just gonna show you guys, you know, like you can boot sector summon out the Tracer pop the Guard Dragon, and then, you know, get Recharger. And because we haven't used our normal summon, you know, I'm just gonna normal one of these hand traps, make an IEP Masquerena, and Borderland Dragon, summon back the Recharger by negating the Tracer, and make a Savage effect, and get Dark Charmer. So off of that, like, just simple 3-card combination, you know, and just assuming that every other card in our hand is completely irrelevant, we ended on 2 Omni Negates, IP, and Borderland, still with cards in our hand left over. One of the interesting things for me to note, and why I want to like make a note on this combo, we didn't start with Dragon Link cards. Like, the only dragon that we started with was Ringo Worm, right? Which is more of like a adventure card than a Dragon Link card, if you think about it. And we still ended on like a full Dragon Link board plus a little bit extra. So imagine how good your boards can get if you have actual Dragon Link cards in your hand when you like open them in combination with this stuff. So I just want you to think about that. Now, so that's, you know, that's where we're at here. I have one last combo for you guys, and this is to show you that you don't need the adventure stuff to be doing this. This is more of like a standard like YouTube combo that I've seen like floating around. I don't think anybody's actually done this pathing though. I've seen a lot of people doing like goofy stuff with like Beatrice and stuff, but I just wanted to show like better pathing. Just because like this deck isn't really a YouTube deck, you know, like this is still a competitively viable deck. So I want to show you guys some good pathing for like Black Metal Quick Launch, because, you know, there is natural synergy there. Like Black Metal Quick Launch is an Ib Justicar. So we're going to just start off very normally, you know, like Black Metal into Red MD. You guys play Dragon Link, you know how to do this. But then you're going to Quick Launch into the Tracer, obviously. Use the Black Metal and the Tracer to make your Ib Justicar. And you can chain block the Ib Justicar too here, which is really, really nice, using the Black Metal, and you get your Meteor Dragon. And then you can just link off, you know, make your Dark Charmer, get your World Chalice Guard Dragon, and you can summon Meteor Dragon out, dump the Driver, and then you link these 2 off into Romulus, right? Start your Dragon Ravine. And here's where this starts to get interesting, and I don't think I've seen other people on YouTube do this. And to me, this seems like the most obvious, like this is the first thing that I would try to do. And that is to just summon back your Tracer, and then summon your Driver, and make Baron. Because if you didn't know, the little dog can just banish itself from the graveyard to summon any vanilla in your graveyard. And Driver is a vanilla. So Driver once again finds random synergy with Dragon Link. And because it's a 6 and Tracer's a 4, you make the Baron, and now you're protected from Nib. So they would have to Nib you before you make this Baron. But cool factoid. We have not summoned Pisty yet. and we have not used the World Legacy Guard Dragon effect to move yet. So if they did nib you before you made this Baron, you say, well, okay, that's fine, because I'm going to Dragon Ravine, I'm going to search my Tracer, I'm going to summon my Tracer, and with the Boot Sector, and, you know, pop the Boot Sector, make an IP Masquerena, make the Pisty, and then move it, because they give you a token. So you would still end on like a Borland through this. So like opening just these two cards together lets you, no matter, like even if your opponent has a nib, you're still making like Borland and I think a Savage. I think. Don't quote me on that. You might need an extender. But like you're still making a board is my bottom line. So this is really nuts. But if, you know, they don't have the nib, let's see how even more nuts it gets. Because we're going to search the Tracer now, and then you're going to go, you know, effect, boot, special out the Tracer, pop, go for Recharger, and you're going to go for Pisty. You can then move the Pisty and get back your Meteor Dragon, which is now a 6. And then you can go into Dispatter. Dispatter gets you back your Striker Dragon, which was banished at the start. The Striker can use its effect to target the Pisty. And please, for the love of God, do not Striker target yourself. Please. It was not summoned from the extra deck, so Recharger will not trigger. Every time I make this comment and point this out to you guys, somebody comments that I don't know how to play Dragon Link, and of course Recharger can still trigger. It cannot trigger. The Striker was not summoned from the extra deck. Please pop the Pisty. Please. But anyway, you link off into Borland and then you make a Savage. Yeah. So this was a 2-card combo. This has nothing to do with like the cool fancy stuff that I'm adding to Dragon Link. The cool fancy stuff is to show you that the Ib Justicar itself probably deserves a spot in Dragon Link if you want to like fit these other cards. Like there is a build of Dragon Link out there that pretty much no matter which hand you're drawing is focusing on Ib Justicar. And it is not requiring you to play goofy normal summons. It is not requiring you to play random cards that are not related to Dragon Link. It is just a Dragon Link deck with cards that Dragon Link has played historically and has achieved like top cuts with at YCSs, national championships, big cash tournaments, etc. These are just good Dragon Link cards that focus the Ib Justicar build and justify putting it in the deck list. But you can still, you know, make crazy end boards just by throwing the Ib Justicar in, and just throwing in the World Legacy and the dog. You can do that. That is an option. Yeah. Yeah. So little mini rant over, but yeah, and some people might comment, it's like, oh, but you don't get any of the bestial stuff. I think if you're ending on this, I don't think that matters, like, to be honest. But something to keep in mind, and I just really urge you guys to keep this in your mind. These are all just kind of like template card combinations. You have more cards in your hand to work with than just the funny 2-card combos I'm showing on YouTube. So keep an open mind. I'm sure you guys can figure it out and weave in your cards to get extra little pieces of an end board, but like this is good enough to just show you guys what a couple cards can do together, and then you guys can take it the extra steps further. So like if we had a Bestial or something, maybe there would be an IP here too. Maybe we would have Lubellion. Maybe we would have Beast or Regained. Who knows? Who knows? It doesn't really matter. This stuff is really good. So if you did enjoy that, hopefully this gets you excited to try out Dragon Link and use the Ib Justicar stuff, because I've been waiting for this card to come back for literally like 5 years. So yeah, I'm excited. Drop a like, comment, subscribe on the video, say goodbye to Twitch chat, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.